AP reports that on a California hospital, Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital, has a capacity of 131 patients. It's now treating 215 patients, 135 of them with COVID-19. So there's 5 other, they're over capacity just on COVID patients alone, never mind other patients. This is happening around the state. San Joaquin Valley, Southern California, there is no more capacity in the ICUs to treat COVID-19 patients. On Tuesday, California issued a public health order requiring hospitals in LA and 13 other counties to delay non-essential and non-life-threatening surgeries. You've already had the word that the paramedics, if you think that someone who in your care is not going to survive, you don't take them to the hospital. However, Dr. Dave Rubin, he has some questions to ask about this. Here's this idiot. I mean, this guy played this clip.
Okay.
By the way, this is totally anecdotal, but I keep seeing that they're saying like something like not all of them, but we're seeing like 90% of the hospital beds in California are overtaken. SoCal and LA, all the hospital beds are overtaken. There's 2 hospitals that I live about 10 minutes between, and I drove by both yesterday, and they're pretty much empty. I did not go in and check every bed, so I'm just telling you what I can see on the outside, which are pretty much empty parking lots and the lines for COVID testing that are completely empty and everything else. So it's just like, what's going on here? What's going on here? I don't know. I'm just asking you the questions. But
You're just asking the questions.
I have a question. Do you have X-ray eyes? Can you see through buildings? Who drives by a hospital and says, they're empty, I don't see anybody on the inside? Now, I didn't go in and look and see if there's people on the inside.
Yeah, because then I might catch COVID.
Then I might catch COVID.
Like my buddy Larry King. Then I might have to... He didn't drive past anything. He doesn't see anything. He's in his little nice house with his saltwater pool in LA, not doing
Is it a saltwater pool?
shit. It looked like one, right?
I don't know.
The kind of darker ones look. Those are saltwater, I think.
I mean, just think about how decrepit must your soul be to sit there and think, I'm going to generate revenue for my YouTube program by pretending that a pandemic, which took the lives of 3,700 people yesterday in this country, 3,700 people died yesterday, one day. How decrepit must your soul be that as you say that and you say, and you don't even like.
Here he is on November 5th. Here he is on November 5th. I just sent it, Brendan. This was his tweet. Can we all admit that the pandemic is over now? Like, at least give us that as you peddle the rest of this nonsense. He said
I
that
drove
on November
by. Can you
5th.
imagine what honestly though it takes to actually go out and say how unconscious or how much just pure unadulterated disrespect, hatred do you have for humanity that you would get on and know that you've got, 100,000 people, more, less, millions, on Blaze TV, what they get, and tell them this whole thing is just a joke. It's not real. And look, I will admit it's just anecdotal. It's not even anecdotal. It's just him. It's not even I'm sorry. It's not an anecdote. An anecdote would be I have a friend who's a nurse and he said there's nobody in the that one hospital. Okay, so it's just anecdotal. This is not even anecdotal.
It's like half a traffic report.
I drove by a place and they think COVID patients are all driving to the hospital. They go in there in the ambulance. People are parking.
No, it's
what the?
They're all wranglers with a banner that says "I have COVID."
It's not even anecdotal, and this guy is just trying to promote.
I know.
Even if I face value that he did drive by a hospital, it didn't seem crowded from the outside. How decrepit of a human being do you have to be to say that for money? I mean, it's just, I can't even wrap my head around it. It's unbelievable to me.
It's a big idea.
I love the idea that you could tell what's going on in a hospital by looking at the building. You know, listen, this is anecdotal, but I went on Google Maps and I looked at the pictures of the hospital and it didn't look crowded. It's just I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
It's anecdotal, but if you squint when you look at Dave Rubin, you see the shadow of every D-list right-wing commentator. And
now, so there's Dave
poor
Rubin.
imitation.
Dave Rubin doing his COVID denial.